Listen, I don't have a strong will to live. So if I'm at all inconvenienced, I'm out.
Can you?
What?
Can your gum be I'm out?
Oh, sorry.
I love you so much. Please don't be mad at me. Thank you so much
We
for
have to
being
do
here.
stuff like that too. I always have to tell Michael to take the cheese out of his mouth. But
That's not his fault. His dad's a monger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a Nepo baby.
In the cheese business.
Yes.
Does your dad still practice? I missed that earlier.
No, he is a retired school bus driver now.
Are you
Fabulous.
close?
Yeah, I'm in the house he's in right now.
Oh, great. Can't relate at all. Okay, let's get started.
We have to get started. Ask us your questions. We'll give you our opinions. Tell us your stories. We'll give you our opinions. Read us from your diary. We'll give you our opinions. It's in my homosexual opinion. IMHO. The podcast. Hello, everyone. Welcome to IMHO, the podcast. That's Darby over there.
Hi, I'm Darby.
And I'm Alexis P. Bevels. And joining us today are two very funny people. If you have the internet, you have obviously seen them. Please welcome the stars of the new hit show on OutTV, Wish You Were Queer. It's Tim Murray and Michael Henry. Welcome, gentlemen.
hi, hello.
Hi, thank you for having us.
Thank you for being here. Now, you are not in studio. You're where? You're in New York.
Yes, I'm in the Big Apple.
You're in your big press tour for the show.
Basically.
Or are you there helping Cuomo campaign?
I'm here helping Cuomo. I love Cuomo. I mean, we're both Italians. Got to stick together.
So you're a Cuomo-sexual, is what you're saying?
I'm a Cuomo-phile.
Oh,
you know what? That actually makes more sense with him. That actually, that fits. If the shoe fits. We are so excited to have you. We were very fortunate enough, and thank you, to be invited to the LA premiere of your show. And we had a blast. Y'all looked adorable. Michael, you were so tall that night. You were so tall.
The saddest part is that lots of people were still taller.
Yeah.
But you know what? It is really sad, actually.
But you know what?
Sad.
I don't need height because what I lack in height, I make up for in personality.
And whip.
Sorry. I thought
Oh, wow.
Okay.
All the cheese that you eat.
Listen, you guys are trying to take me down, and I'm rising above.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I feel a kinship with you, a friendship, a fast friendship with you two, because Michael Henry, you and I both are very funny.
What?
But our partners would say that we have weirdly shaped bodies. And they're
Not
gay.
weirdly.
Yeah.
I think you're both sturdy. Let me tell you this. I'm not going to knock you over anytime soon.
And that's crazy
You
that you
couldn't.
said that. Alexis, I think I'm the you, and I think Michael's the Darby.
Yeah, I agree.
Really?
Michael is definitely the Darby.
Interesting.
Oh, okay.
Definitely.
Interesting.
Well, I know a connection between you and Michael.
Well, tell me.
You live with your friend Kevin at the
Oh,
internet.
yeah. Who's been on your channel many times.
He's been hiding from me.
I wish he would hide from me.
He
every once in
did
a
say
while.
that. He said, I feel bad because the last couple of times I've been asked to participate, I haven't been able to. So it looks like I don't want to.
Why don't you ever ask me to do it? I'm a hot guy.
Okay. Well, you know what? Okay. Yes, you actually are just like Kevin.
She's been working out with him, and
People often
sometimes I go
confuse us.
upstairs. I think because he has the gym up the stairs. I live in the first floor apartment by myself, and he lives above me.
She lives underground because she's trans. Kevin's not very
Yeah.
accepting of that community.
No, he's very accepting. He's very accepting and very understanding, and he let me steal his car today with his permission.
That was nice. Why Kevin, Michael?
We're gonna talk about your show later. Oh yeah, why
have
Kevin?
him on? Why have him on the thingy? Yeah.
Kevin, you know what? Because he used to be very available, and now he's not. And now I ask him, out of like annoyance.
Yeah,
Oh,
which is his vibe. Annoyance is something he strives.
He wants to
achieve.
be annoying and dry so bad, but I want to him more.
It's very easy to do. He's clever, smarts wise. Like he reads books.
Well, honey, he has a book club.
He does. Yeah, he has a book club, and he's fantastic.
Are
but-
y'all reading this month's book? I love the choice. Go ahead, Alexis. Tell us what it was.
You know what? We're not here to talk about books.
You're right.
We are here to talk about Wish You Were Queer, which was genuinely so funny, and I loved it.
Thank you for coming to the premiere. We're so happy to have y'all there. That was such a fun night.
It was really fun.
We watch a lot of queer media because we're journalists. Okay, finger on the pulse. Okay, we're always making sure gay people are alive, and we've seen a lot of queer media that we did not enjoy. I did not know what to expect with this. I gotta be honest. I legit laughed out loud, and at one point Alexis turns to me and goes, "This is really funny," and I was like, "I know." Not to say that I wasn't expecting you to be funny, but a lot of queer media, we have great ideas, we just don't do the is that a house phone? I'm gonna fucking kill myself. That's so incredible.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Who is it? Who's calling?
Oh my God. Is it Cuomo's office?
It's Cuomo. I'm late on my donations.
Oh shit. He'll find you.
I know.
Find you.
One way or
He'll find me, and then he'll subpoena my gynecology records.
Well, and to be honest, good luck, because those records are sealed.
I had them sealed, baby. I don't need anyone knowing what's up my fucking pussy.
You need to have that pussy sealed based on what happened to you at the nude resort we just played. We just did stand up at a nude resort in Fort Lauderdale.
What?
No.
Yeah,
Okay, Fort Lauderdale?
It's heaven on earth. It's
you guys should
humidity.
The Grand.
The Grand
amazing
resort. Everyone should go. It's like, honestly.
Were you naked?
What you think? Yeah.
When you did your comedy, y'all were naked?
Mm-hmm. They asked us to put our clothes on, but we refused.
Oh, you made it a nudist resort. It was actually, everyone was fully clothed until you were done.
It was actually just a days in. Yeah, just a normal. We just started taking our clothes off and playing in the fountain.
My husband's family is from Florida. I know. I don't talk about it a lot. But his aunt lived at a nudist colony. And when she died, they had her service at the nudist colony. And it was Hawaiian themed. So they asked, I have pictures of it. All of the
Was her
people,
corpse naked?
No, but she had a Hawaiian shirt on, and the coolers were around her head, and they had beers in them. So if you wanted to go get a drink, you had to go say hi. Wait, what is this? What am I doing? I don't know, straight culture. Anyway, you had to cowabunga. Yeah, you had to cowabunga.
You had to hang 10. Hang 10 by the corpse.
Yeah.
They told all the naked people, like, hey, we're having a service in here, or we're having like the reception. What do they call that? Reception? Is that what you call a dead one?
Oh, the
celebration of life.
The wake.
It wasn't even like the funeral. It was just she was hanging out while they were hanging out. What's that
called?
They call
it the wake, right?
The wake, yes. It was a naked wake.
So wakeboarding.
They were wakeboarding her.
Yeah, cowabunga indeed.
Cowabunga indeed. I still can't do it.
Honestly, I would want my wake at like a Steamworks.
Oh, I want to die at a Steamworks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
And
I will. Now, Tim, the first time I ever met you, I don't know if you remember this. I accosted you at the Sherman Oaks Macy's because you were shopping for your wedding suit.
Yeah.
Is that right?
I had to get a shirt for my rehearsal dinner suit.
So we were there
that night.
We were there buying funeral outfits for my father-in-law's funeral, who died in that Airbnb.
That was then.
That was then. That was that.
This is now.
That's circle of life.
That's why I didn't go to Fred Armisen's Christmas show, because
wow.
You knew. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. But I think I accosted you, and I was like, "Hi, I love your TikTok. Thanks,
oh my
bye."
God.
And I ran away. But you were
I
so
never
nice.
felt cooler in my life. I was like, that moment, I was like, okay, straight people live their whole lives to get married. And I was having this existential crisis of like, am I just doing what straight people are doing? Is this the peak for me, just getting married? And then you told me you love my TikToks. And I was like, no, I have other stuff going on. I have other stuff.
So I saved your life.
Do you have any regrets?
My fiance.
Do you have any regrets about marriage or your husband?
Yeah, what's your biggest regret about getting married?
Not inviting more people that we knew couldn't come to get more money.
Oh, I have that same regret about graduation announcements.
Exactly.
You didn't graduate.
Well, for high school though, I was like, no, I don't want to tell any of the family. I don't want to know anything. And then a couple years later, my aunt was like, "You graduated? I would have sent you money." And I was like, "Oh, that's why you do that.
That's why you do it."
Yeah.
No one told me that.
Well, congrats on your marriage, and Michael, congrats on being strong, being so brave.
Yeah, I am a very brave person.
Well, it's very brave to do a project and then go travel it around the world. How has reception been? Because you just did the New York premiere.
Reception is always too slow for me. I'm always banging the little bell and I'm like, can we get service?
Yeah.
You are the me, Tim. Now I see it.
Yeah, you see it. Reception has been great. Thank you. And back to what y'all said earlier, thanks for saying that. I mean, we know what you mean. The reason we wanted to make this show is because I feel like all of us watch queer content and we're like, one, why is this a bummer?
Yeah.
Or two, like, why is this not? I just really wanted a queer show that I could watch when I'm hungover, that is going to make me laugh and is going to, above all, be fun and make like, you know, My Life on the D-List meets Simple Life vibes. So
I was just going to say, it feels like the nostalgia of Simple Life. It feels fun. It's a buddy comedy.
To everyone listening / watching, we haven't actually explained what it is. Do y'all want to give your spiel?
It's basically us on the road. We go to Trixie Mattel, ask her if she'll produce her comedy special. She's like, you have to prove yourself on the road. So we get an RV and go to do stand-up in Columbus, Ohio, Louisville, Kentucky, Nashville, Atlanta, Pensacola, Florida, New Orleans. Whoa. And just talk to locals and do like some backwoods shit. Hang 10.
Yeah, of course.
It's fun. And back to what you guys were saying is like, I think a lot of queer content doesn't get to have a big budget usually. So if you don't know how like be entertaining with just words, it's kind of hard to like make something good on a low budget.
That's something Alexis has struggled with Camp Wanakiki.
Oh, they don't know what that is.
So
that wasn't my
job. We were truly, y'all are both very funny in your own right, and I didn't know your duo until I watched the show. And y'all work so well together. And I just want to go on record, and I do want to say that Michael is a Darby, Tim is an Alexis.
Yeah.
And I mean that derogatory, Tim. That is not a compliment.
That's
but it is kind of
Michael.
A secret.
Yes.
It's kind of a secret compliment.
Tim is a little bit more of the planner, and I'm the one that's a little bit like, I make a fart noise.
Okay, she did that in the airport the other day.
Okay,
yes.
wait. Okay, we also went on a little tour. We did a live show in Chicago, and on the way back,
yeah, y'all are playing the Den.
Y'all are playing
right?
the Den.
Yes.
We just did that.
We warmed up the seats for you. It's the
August
best.
21st.
They're so wonderful.
August 21st at the Den, baby.
August
Chicago.
21st.
Get your tickets now.
Best green room in the business. That's your little
Funny. That basement.
Absolutely. Yes.
They've got multiple rooms.
Yeah.
Where does that? Have you seen the shower downstairs? The
Yes.
shower's crazy. It does
Yes.
stink, and I am worried about that.
You can make
But
a BM next
That
to
was
it.
just me. That was just me.
Oh yeah.
I kept accidentally
Yeah,
going
she
in.
kept farting.
No, on the way back.
Did they tell you what it used to be?
No.
They said the Den used to be like a carpet warehouse or something.
Okay, that makes sense.
Oh, they did tell
Like
us
a
that.
furniture
That's
warehouse or
so
something. I was
good.
like, oh, I get off on this shit.
Oh, I
Yeah,
love
I love
that.
shit that used to be shit. Now it's new
That's
shit.
that's my jam.
I once saw what's his name? The Chicago actor who's now a big Hollywood actor. Shape of Water. Michael Shannon. I once saw Michael Shannon. I went to like a Chicago theater opening night party at this guy's apartment that ended up being just a giant room that used to be a car repair shop. I walk in and I'm already kind of like overwhelmed by the fact that I'm in what is clearly, it used to be a repair shop, I mean like yesterday. And he just like has a bed in it. And then I see Michael
Was it
Shannon.
a bed that's shaped like a car?
No, but I would have loved that.
I would have loved that when I
would
was
have absolutely
little.
loved that.
Yeah.
There were oil stains.
Fun.
I walk in, I see Michael Shannon. He's just sitting in a chair in the middle of the room, not off to the side, in the middle of the room, drinking a drink by himself. He did that all night. He would get up, he'd go to the bathroom, he'd come back to his chair that's in the middle of the room, and he'd keep drinking. Not on his phone, just drinking and thinking.
That was the third act of the play. That was the.
Isn't that crazy?
That's
but
amazing.
like, it's what I
love
expect.
that. Yeah.
Okay, we have a lot to get to.
Oh, sorry.
So we're gonna stop this.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Wish You Were Queer, OutTV every Thursday. This is, in my homosexual opinion, the podcast. So people
Out
write
every
in.
Thursday.
They are asking us for our advice, our homosexual opinions, and we give them to the best of
She
our
used
ability.
to be homosexual. She did the legwork.
I've done the legwork.
She did.
I was deep undercover for 30 37 years. And then at 37, I started my transition journey. But it's like a marine biologist. They don't live in the ocean, but they know all about it. So
there we go.
That's where I'm feeling.
Okay, marine biologist, since you're looking at 3 men, will you tell us what marine animal we most resemble?
Yeah, of course. Okay. You are an eel, the kind that kills everyone immediately.
Skinny. Skinny.
Okay. And our 2 beautiful guests here, you're dolphins, I feel.
They're both dolphins. Dolphins rape.
Oh, God.
Did you know that?
But they're also cute. They're also cute.
But they're so cute.
Yeah, they're also cute.
I think dolphins and whales are really scary.
I bet
Have
at
you
least
watched the documentary on the submersible?
No, Darby, we don't have we don't have time.
Go ahead.
We have to get we have people begging for our advice, but the thing is, Tim and Michael Henry. Is Michael Henry your full name, or is that your first and middle?
First and middle.
I love it.
Is it why do you keep it a secret?
What's your last
name is a
name?
secret. Maybe I'm running from something. Okay, I'm allowed to have secrets.
That's
Michael,
why
it's Michael Cuomo. So Henry Cuomo.
I know you've got those nipples pierced. I know you've got those nips pierced. Come on, Cuomo.
Okay, here's the thing.
Honey.
People need our advice. They need our homosexual opinions. However, your new friends, we're already besties, I believe, but you're new friends. So we just have to check and make sure this isn't a hoax. We have to do your homosexual opinion aptitude exam. Okay. So we're just going to ask you some questions to make sure you're up to snuff and you're able to give advice.
It's very important.
Okay. My first question, and it's to the table. So Darby, you can answer too.
No thanks.
Gay people can be really mean because hurt people, but they can also be love is love. When was the last time you were really mean to someone? And when was the last time you were really love is love to someone? We'll start with you, Tim.
Okay. The last time I was love is love to someone was at our premiere when I saw our New York premiere. I saw our sisters, Jimmy Fowley and Mike Kelton. If you don't know them, both amazing comedians.
I don't know them, but I'm very attracted to Mike, so I get it.
They're both so
Jimmy.
hot and so funny.
Yeah.
Ginger.
Remember when he was like workout guy? Remember, wasn't he in a magazine for having abs? I'm glad he picked funny.
He had this amazing post like a couple years after that when he started like really getting deep into the improv world that was like, become a comedian, it'll change your life. And it's like him looking like, trying to look as like schlubby as possible.
Oh my God.
No, he's so funny. Him and Jimmy are both people that I admired for so long before we started doing comedy. So Mike is a producer on our show. I just like kind of took them both in the corner separately and was like, I am so inspired by you both and so appreciative. And then
That's fabulous.
mean. When was I?
We had friend of the pod. I saw on their Instagram, Trey Gerald.
Yes.
Trey
You
Gerald.
know Trey?
Only through internet, you know, the gay internet shit where you connect with people and you're like, yeah, he's my friend, but I adore him. Simply
He's
so
adore.
one of the
sweet.
funniest people. He's so sweet and so funny. Truly, I'm not just saying this, probably the most talented actor that I know. He's in a bunch
And
of
beautiful,
written-
beautiful nipples.
Great nipples. Great nipples. I'm very attracted to his husband, David.
Oh, yeah. So
Oh.
hot.
It was actually David I was following until Trey was like, I love your show. And I was like, yeah, and I know you not because your husband's hot.
That's the way it always works. Gay couples, one is into like gay culture and the other one isn't.
Yeah.
True.
That balance.
My husband hates gay bars and me.
My
so like,
husband
I get it.
gay bars than me too. Yeah.
I don't have a husband. Okay, wait. When were you mean to someone? When were you mean to someone?
In Fort Lauderdale just now, we're at the Eagle, and these 2 gay guys walked up to the hot guy I was talking to, and they started hitting on him and like ignoring me. And the guy I was talking to like pulled me back into the conversation by being like, they're from Ohio too. I was like, oh, cool. Where in Ohio? They're like, Cincinnati. And I was like, oh, cool. I'm from Northern Ohio, Sandusky. And they literally looked at me like I was speaking gibberish. And then I was like, so are you guys having a good pride? And they're like, fine. And then I literally was like, we're not doing this. And I grabbed the hot guy that I was with and I was like, we're going to walk away. Goodbye.
Whoa.
Yes. Sometimes
There's
you have
plenty.
to be mean. That was standing
Yeah.
up for yourself. That was self-care.
Yes. Don't be a rude little bitch, especially if you're from Ohio.
And don't tolerate
misrepresent.
it just because they're gay.
I dated a guy when I was 19. I met a guy on gay.com because this was back right after the towers had just fallen. We were still in a state of shock.
Whoa.
And so I was dating a guy who lived in Huron. Ohio, next door to Sandusky. He was a middle school teacher. I would fly to Huron. I'd get my back blown out, and then I'd go home, and I'd be like, God, one day I'm going to move to Ohio. That's my dream. I'm going to move to Ohio and I'm going to marry this man. And now he's married to a trans woman in Columbus, and I'm so happy I'm not in Columbus.
I'm on his side. Side. More men should marry trans women.
Yes.
That goes out to my boyfriend, Austin. I'm just kidding. It's too early for the marriage. Michael Henry, same question. Love is love, and when were you mean?
Well, when I was mean, this is easy.
This is how I know you're Darby. This is how I know you're Darby, because you immediately knew.
I've gone through a Rolodex of how many times. Well, I think that the funniest time I was mean, I was roasting Tim when we were at this Grand Resort. This bitch doesn't know how to pack, okay? She wore the same coral shirt every day. And every day I'd be like, you were wearing the same shirt?
In Tim's defense, it was a nudist colony.
Exactly. What clothes do I need?
Tim.
This bitch literally only brings a backpack everywhere we go. Same dirty panties all week long. He's projecting right now is what's happening.
Tim, that shirt you're wearing right now, I have seen you wear it at least 20 times. I just want to say, I just want you to know, Michael, I see you, I hear you.
Both of you back off the Alexis.
I know what you mean. I'm at the nudist resort. I don't have any clothes on.
Yes,
okay, and when were you Love is Love recently?
I was just at Old Navy.
Whoa, okay, brag.
And I was going
So the show's doing well.
Honey, the show's doing so well. And I got clothes for my friend's daughter.
Oh, is that sweet? Oh, yeah, I would never do that.
How old is daughter?
They're all on sale, but...
babies grow all the time. They don't need clothes for that long. Yeah.
So love is love, baby. Every single freaking friend I have right now is having kids. So I have to shop off the sale rack. Sorry.
You have to.
Babies having babies.
Darby, I almost hesitate to ask.
What?
But do you want to answer Love is Love mean?
Okay, mean, for sure it was directed towards you, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Can I pinpoint like the exact last time I was mean to you? Yes, yesterday. I want to say publicly in front of our best friends, Michael and Tim. I came to you. We were meeting at Coffee Bean, the Coffee Bean where I almost spilled iced coffee on Hillary Duff, 9 months pregnant. It's okay. I didn't, and she had the baby, and the baby so far
seems to be fine.
Yeah. We'll see if they can sort colors and shapes later on, because it does occur early.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, hopefully RFK will figure that out. But I came in and you were already seated, and you had your computer set up, and you looked like you were ready to work, which is something
we're
rarely
trying
get
to do
see.
Monday meetings because we never have meetings or talk about anything we're going to do, so we're trying to do that.
And
do you guys have meetings about stuff?
Yeah. Do you have work meetings?
No, but we talk every day.
Yeah, we see each other so often. We can't be adding anything more to our.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, I've slowly been working her out of my life.
Yeah,
so
I know I'm
trying
not
to
allowed to call her or text her too much. So
if she calls
I
me,
thought we could
it's a
schedule
personal attack.
meetings.
It's an attack. And I want you to know that. Anyways, when I walk in, you look so excited, and I love that Coffee Bean. But you were sitting in a place I wish you hadn't sat.
Can I tell you why?
And I immediately was like, I don't think trans people should be allowed to live.
Can I tell you why? I was sitting on the other side, and there was a plug, and my computer was dead because I never use my computer.
Because she doesn't work.
Because I don't work. I tried to plug it in, and it was like a pretend socket, so there was no way to charge it.
Did someone pop out and go,
gotcha? Yeah. And so I had to go where the charger was, and so I sat where we sat the time before.
What you did was totally normal, okay? But then we sit down, and I'm already at a 10 because I'm in a mental health valley right now, fellas, and I'll tell you all about that in next podcast.
She's in a mental health Burbank right now.
I am. And we were talking about, because we were talking about like our fall tour, and we were talking about this different stuff in different cities.
Watch this
and I was
space.
like, okay, great. So I'll ask Meatball about this. I'll do this with this. I'll email this person. Let's move on to the next thing. And you'd be like, who else could we ask? I don't know. What do you think about this theater? And I was like, nope, we've already solved it. We've solved it. And then 20 minutes after I walked in, I walked out.
It was a very quick meeting. But it was a very quick meeting.
Could you tell that I was a monster? Or was it all in my head?
Well, I think your Love is Love it today on the way here where we discussed
I did apologize.
Your mental health and you're in a valley, and I understand that. I was in a valley all of 2022 and 2023. Yeah.
My psychiatrist switched practices, and they don't take my insurance.
Yeah.
So I found a new psychiatrist, but their office is next to the Academy Museum, and that just seems so far away.
Do you live in the valley?
We live in Studio City, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's something.
Don't do that, Michael.
You should join the Valley, the TV show. That will solve your problem.
We've lost them.
That's why we moved here.
Yeah.
We loved that show so much. No, we've only been here 3 years. And we've been Valley girls the whole time. And we get that response a lot, Michaela.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask, why? What do you hate about the Valley? What's that
To
response?
me, it's too suburban. I like the fast pace, baby. Hustle and bustle, baby. if there isn't like human turds outside my apartment building, I'm not happy.
Oh, they're still human turds. They're just like, we know them.
We just think they're dogs. Yeah.
Yeah, we think they're dogs.
You ever walk by a poop and think there's no way that's a dog?
This morning
100%.
in New York City, I thought that, literally.
Oh, absolutely.
Huge.
I pooped myself before and looked at it and gone, there's no way that's a dog. There's no way.
Okay,
Yeah.
my mean was I went to see a movie with friend of the pod, Rachel, the other day. We went to see The Materialists. I loved it.
Thank you,
I
Rachel, for
recommend.
being the phone call person now. Because now that you accept
Now that Rachel
her phone
accepts
calls,
my phone
you don't
calls,
have
I
to
call it.
call
Do you
me
guys want to
anymore.
be added on the list? You're too busy. You're too busy.
Y'all. You'll
I'm
regret
down.
it.
I still haven't seen Sinners.
Okay.
I haven't either.
Oh, it's so
Yeah.
good. Oh, it's so
It's
good.
so good.
Okay,
Everyone's
thank
telling
you.
me I have to.
But when we got there, Rachel got the tickets ahead of time. We do AMC A-list.
Wow, okay.
Rachel got the
Whoa.
tickets ahead of time, and of course you pre-choose your seats. And obviously they know to sit on the edge because I have to pee like minimum 3 times a movie. That's
See,
just how
I'm the
I am.
Alexis.
Yeah,
Yes,
Tim,
thank
you get it.
you.
It's a very
Thank
small
you.
bladder, and it's a very enlarged prostate, I'm assuming. And
I do wonder if you had that because once I
Yeah.
started getting on medicine, I'm 40. When I got on medicine and I stopped peeing all the time, I thought, well, maybe that's what's wrong with her. But you don't have insurance.
I
so
do
you'll
wonder
never
if it's
know.
also a mental thing. Anyway,
Your
we come
pee?
in.
You think your pee-pee's a mental thing?
I don't know.
Oh.
We have so much to get through, and
Sorry,
we have a
keep
hard out
going.
at 4.
Keep going. We're
Wait.
not
Work.
recording till 4.
Anyway, we get our tickets. Obviously, we pick them so we're not near anyone. But we go in we walk in the theater. We're a little early, and there's 2 people sitting right by our seats. We're on the very end. It's a completely empty theater, and there's 2 older people right here next to us, and we're kind of looking at them like that was so weird because they obviously picked their.
Yeah.
And who picks next to?
How old were they?
They were older.
They didn't know.
Well, I think that is the case with them. Like, I think back when movie theaters were popular, it was like intentionally don't leave spaces so it can fill up. But that's not how it works now.
I don't think that's ever happened.
Yeah.
So
I find
anyway,
that creepy.
it's super creepy. And then when the movie started, we got up and left and sat 2 rows behind them so
That's
we could
not
be by
bad.
ourselves.
Good.
That's normal.
We did laugh about it, and you know Rachel has that laugh.
That's not mean though. Had you turned and been like, "What the fuck? Now we have to move." That's
Yeah.
mean. What was that Nicolas Cage movie where he had mask and
Face
he was
Off?
like, "Oh,
Face Off?
Long
head.
legs.
long head,
legs.
long
Oh,
legs."
long legs.
I went to see Long
I
Legs.
love Longhead.
Sat in the back room. No, quick. There was a couple that sat right next to us, like 1 seat apart, but like right next to us in the same row. And it again was like a pretty empty theater. Halfway through, I hear
They did that on purpose.
he was fingering the fuck out of her to Long Legs, and she was wet. And listen, I don't know a lot, but I know that that's a good thing. So something about Long Legs was making her hot.
They were doing it.
Anyway, I don't like Long Legs. I didn't like that movie. I was very disappointed.
Darby,
Oh, I loved it.
You
Was
did?
obsessed.
Why?
My husband hated it too. I thought it was amazing. I thought it was so fun and scary.
I haven't seen it.
Don't see it, Michael.
I felt like it was a
Don't see
long
it.
episode of like almost an SVU or something.
It was like a day in the life. There was no point to it. There was
Well,
no point.
The devil
I
is
love-
bad, I think.
I love Barbarian. I've never related to a character more.
Which character did you relate to? The
mom.
mother?
The mother.
That's my friend. That's
Yeah.
my friend
Wait, really?
he wrote a bunch of the music for my Witches show. He wrote the score. He's like,
Ooh.
we did an Edinburgh Fringe show together. Hi, Matthew Patrick Davis. I love you.
Matthew Patrick David.
MPD.
He's 6'7". We shared a room together. His speaking of long legs, his long legs would like dangle off the end of the bed. And I remember he told me, we went and got drinks. He told me he got this movie, but we didn't know what it was going to be. And he was like, I have to be in prosthetics. I have to fly to Bulgaria. And Justin Long is going to drink from my boob.
That's your
like,
friend?
like an old woman. And I literally was like, are you sure you want to do this movie? And then it became like the biggest horror movie of the last 5 years.
It was so good. Is your friend single?
He's straight as hell, but yeah.
Love
I'm a
it.
woman.
She's got
I'm a woman.
tits. Oh, so you don't think she's a woman?
No.
So you don't think she's a woman?
Whoa.
Okay, wait, Darby.
Wow.
I thought you had a boyfriend, Alexis.
I do have a boyfriend,
But he's a
a
cuck.
little
He's
bit
a
of a
cuck.
cuck, and
He
I'm
loves
allowed
a
to
cuck
say
chair.
that.
He loves a
I'm
cuck
allowed to say
chair.
that, but I'm not allowed to say that when he's in the room.
Oh, okay. He's not
Okay.
here.
He's
He
not here.
loves to watch.
No,
What?
we've never done anything like that before. If you're listening, Mom,
But you will.
it's on the table. So manifesting or themifesting is a powerful technique
Non-binary.
as evidently used by Tim, where you did a whole TikTok series saying, I want to write for Cynthia Erivo at the Tony Awards. And then what happens? Boom. I don't know if you got to write, but you did get to be in a skit with Cynthia Erivo. So what was that like? How have you changed for good or worse?
Honestly, I think it like completely changed my life. Like I feel confidence-wise, like I can do fucking anything. and second of all, thank you for shouting me out on your pod the other week. Trey sent it to me, and it made me so happy that you were talking about me.
Oh my God, of course.
And I feel like at this moment is bigger than me even. Like I literally used the internet to get my dream job. Like anyone can do this if you like pick up your phone and work hard enough. I mean, manifesting is one thing, but like literally trying to reach the people who can give you the job, like Pasek and Paul, these amazing musicians, these amazing writers, and Alex Edelman, this amazing comedian, they like scooped me up and let me be part of it. And I got to consult on it as well and work on the show and then be in that sketch. It was like so cool.
That's so exciting. And Michael Henry, are you so mad that this happened right when you're supposed to be focusing on Wish You Were Queer?
Yeah, were you pissed?
Tim deserves a win. And
he neneeded it. He needed it. Oh, Michael, you're so right.
He needed it. And you know what? All press is good press. So who knows? Maybe Cynthia Erivo is sitting somewhere watching Wish You Were Queer because of Tim.
Oh, she is. She's doing this with her nails.
She absolutely is.
She's going.
She was watching during rehearsal, and we had to be like, Cynthia, stop watching Wish You Were Queer. Get back to your mark. And
she's like, I'm addicted. I love this show.
I love it.
Okay, wait.
My line.
This is so good. Your accents are so incredible.
Accents is incredible.
Can we have, Michael, will you be Cynthia Erivo, just finished filming Wicked? You're so tired, but you're so excited about the project. And then Tim, will you be Cynthia Erivo 20 years ago? Has no idea what lay ahead. She just loves to sing. Go.
Oh my God! I just finished the best the day of my life. Give me a cigarette.
Oh, chim chimmery, chim chim chiroo! I can't wait to leave this crappy town of England and move to the real country like America, where nothing goes wrong. Vote Cuomo.
She's always been a big fan.
Yes, Oriana and I are going to vote Cuomo. And,
okay, I'm going to stop you there because they're going to come back and retroactively take away your win with Cynthia Erivo. Okay, speaking of manifesting or manifesting, I would like to manifest. I'm just going to look straight down the barrel of the camera. I would like to manifest having a guest spot in Michael Henry comedy on YouTube where IMHO comes in and we do.
Dream bigger, Jesus Christ.
Can I say that's what?
She wants to visit West Hollywood. That's a big dream of hers.
That's what Kevin said
too.
We
live in the valley.
Listen, she's allowed to have a regional dream.
I don't want to get too big. I like being a sidekick. I like being a background.
Jokes get local work.
Local jokes get local work.
Baby.
Okay, all right, Darby, what do you think? Do you think that we have some? Do you think that they're good enough? Do you have any questions for them?
No, honestly, you've asked so many. Boys, I'm so sorry.
We just have to determine. We have to check the scores and make sure that you are able to answer some of these questions.
So y'all just give us a second.
Yeah.
Well.
1 second.
Yeah, 1 second.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I really dig the vibes that are happening with both of them. I feel more confident in Michael's ability.
Tim is in Alexis. I didn't see that coming.
I did. It's the positivity. Michael looks run down. Michael is over it. That's how I knew he was a Darby.
Is he mad at us or does he know we're joking?
You know what? That's not for us to know. I don't even think that's for him to know. Don't look at him. But I think ultimately, I trust Michael more as a homosexual.
Who's Michael Moore?
Okay, I would like for this podcast to end.
Too bad. You signed a year contract.
Fuck, you're right. Yes, okay. They're gay enough. Congratulations, boys. You're
gay. You passed the you passed the hoax, the homosexual opinion aptitude exam. Okay, here we go.
What is it? Here we go with what?
I'm going to read you a question and we're all going to give our opinions, homosexual opinions on that.
Wow.
Okay? All right, so this one, okay.
Don't come prepared.
No, I have it. Okay.
No, take your time.
This is from Jace. He, him. Hi, Darby and Alexis, and Tim and Michael Henry.
Wow.
First of all, love you guys so much. You gals have been a light in my life. Every time you upload that, I watch it ASAP. Plus, you gals have been cheering me up every time work stresses me out. That to the point that I just shut down, but I digress. Haha. Anyways, I guess I should get into it.
I digress. Haha.
Yeah. I'm reading it as is.
No, that was perfect.
I love it.
Anyways, I guess I should get into it. I'm male 29 and he's male 28, his boyfriend. I work a night shift and he doesn't. What I wanted to ask advice was that this guy I'm dating and currently is pretty sweet, but kind of detached in terms of communication. He's pretty aloof and doesn't communicate whenever he's into whatever he's doing. Parentheses, I don't mind, but somehow I feel ignored and sad if he leaves me on red whenever he's focused on his hobbies while he's online late in the night and he sleeps late. So he said it's not an issue. I've never been in a serious adult relationship my whole life despite my adult age. I came out at a later part of my life. Plus, I'm socially awkward and guys just don't find me attractive, I guess. Aw. Parentheses, wish I could be as attractive as all of you. You four are so hot, especially Darby.
I know.
So my question is, should I just break it off? We've been on and off dating for 2 months, but we've been friends here and there for months now. I voiced this out to him and he said he'll try, but I'm not sure if he understands my needs, that I'm worried and he's just not into me anymore. Sorry for my long message, but I hope you lovely gals can give me some advice considering both of you are in loving and blossoming relationships. I'm so happy to hear Alexis being happier and glowing every episode. Thank you. P.S. English is not my first language, so my writing might be all over the place. Apologies in advance. Sending lots of love from the Philippines. Jace, he, him. We love the Philippines.
We do. Drag Race
First of all,
Philippines.
Jace, you sound hot. That was a vulnerable and that is sexy to me. And also, Jace, hot name. So
Jace, absolutely hot name.
Hot name.
I say care less. Why are you caring so much about him?
Yeah.
Do you remember though, like, I remember being in my 20s and I was a fucking nightmare. I invented Demon Twink. I just want everyone to know. I'm the original. I'm the OG
But she
Demon
forgot
Twink.
to get the copyright claim, so no one knows.
Yeah, now I'm fucked. But any sort of dating relationship I was in, because I was so unsure of who I was in the world, I needed to like lob.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Glob.
I needed to glob onto a queer, and that person was the most important person in my entire life, even if I barely knew them. So I think that's just like an age thing, Jace. Like,
No, I never felt like that.
Really? Are you
okay, Michael? How did you feel in your 20s?
Are you single currently, or are you? What are you?
I'm single. I've never had a real relationship though, because I focus on me.
Yes.
Yeah. Her first real relationship was at 40. You've got time.
Yeah, I feel like mine didn't start. I didn't know till I was 39. I didn't have a good one.
You got a good one. I just think when you're young, unless you're Michael, it just. From them saying that they don't think that they're attractive to then worrying about this other person so much, I see a lot of myself in that. And I see a lot of like insecurity when you're young.
Young people not thinking they're attractive is insane. You're literally only going to get ugly.
We say this all the time.
Unless you're Don Knotts.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Don Knotts look better with age.
Okay, yeah, I could see that.
I'm so sorry, gentlemen. Darby, can I see you back here? Mm-hmm. Now, I know who Don Knotts is.
Okay, I have to confess, I meant Don Johnson.
Wait, who's that?
Dakota Johnson's dad.
Oh my God.
Don Knotts.
Is Don Knotts the fish
from,
guy
like,
from
Three's Company?
Andy Griffith. His sidekick.
Bryce Dallas
Dang,
Howard.
that's old.
Bryce Dallas Howard.
Okay, I told you I'm 40.
Okay, wait.
I didn't have the internet growing up.
Tim, what do you have? Do you have any thoughts on this?
I think happy middle, baby. Like, talk to him one more time. You don't need to straight up dump him just because you're not sure about this tech situation. Talk to him one more time. Be like, hey, this is like something I really need. Just to text me back. If he doesn't, then yeah, maybe time to hit the road. But also, baby, you work the night shift. You need to be taking advantage of that. If you're working the night shift, I'm sure nobody's watching you. You should be getting some trade wherever you work at 3 or 4 a.m.
Fucking Uber driver.
Fucking Uber driver.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, don't put so much emphasis.
Your 20s aren't for love.
True.
Oh, no, no.
20s are for loads, not love.
Loads and loads. It already is actually on a pillow. Urban Outfitters is doing some incredible new things.
Have you ever seen that YouTube video of that girl where she says, "You see this pillow? That's not pee." That's Squirt.
You ever seen it?
I haven't.
I'm going to send it to you. I'm going to send it to both of you.
It's easily 20 years old, and it still makes
It was one of the
laugh.
original viral videos.
Back like in Cake Farts days. You guys have seen
Cake Farts, yeah.
Or
like what's her name with the candle? She didn't get her candle. Her peach Bellini.
Didn't the woman who farted in jars like have to go to the hospital because she was farting too much?
Who do you?
She was eating
think
too much
you
to make
are?
herself fart.
Really?
Yeah, she was eating too much gaseous stuff.
Whoa.
See, I fart when I get nervous, so I don't have to eat anything. I just got to be nervous.
I fart.
Well, get a jar.
I get a jar and I have someone near me hold a knife, and I immediately I can't stop creating. I think overall, Jace,
Jace, I think you're
young,
putting a little
baby.
bit too
You
much
do not
on
have
this
to have
relationship, and you probably
any of this figured out.
Yeah, you don't have to do that.
Go live your life. And it took me and my husband, sorry to brag, 3 different couples counselors for us to finally understand.
And you're due for like 3 more.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm a nightmare. You have to communicate. Period. Like that. Once you start talking, I know it sounds so stupid. It works.
Yeah.
When you talk, it works.
Go see The Materialist, starring Dakota Johnson.
I don't know that I want to.
No, you would love it. It's not what you think it is. You would love it.
I just want to see Pedro.
Yes, there's a reason he is the number 1 it boy.
And Chris Evans. I mean, come on.
There's nothing wrong with looking at him either. Yeah. Tim, do you go see everything?
I really love the movies. Yeah, I love Broadway and I love the movie.
Okay, I want to see.
Do
you want to see stuff with me, or do you like going by yourself?
I would love to see stuff with you.
Do we want to be movie friends?
Yes, that'd be so fun.
Okay, cool.
I love going to the movies.
Michael Henry, do you want to come with me?
Yes.
Are you on the ground in a bedroom now?
I'm on the ground. Yes, my mom is starting to make dinner.
Oh,
I'm so
what's your mom's
jealous.
name? What's your mom's name?
Gail.
Gail.
Of course her name is Gail. My mom's
Of
best friend
course.
growing up, her name was Gail, and she ran a Christian fake jewelry pyramid scheme.
Dorothy's last name is Gail. You think we're getting a lot of Dorothy? Did
Word.
Cynthia Erivo give you any tea about Wicked for Good, or is she tight-lipped? She seems professional, tight-lipped.
She was honestly so professional and like running around. We barely spoke. She said like, thank you so much for doing this. And then when we were done, she was like, thank you. You guys like really made it great. But like,
she
other
probably
than
had
that,
a lot on her mind.
Doesn't sound like her. Michael,
can
you do it?
I heard she said, when those cameras aren't rolling, nothing you say matters.
I'm not joking, bitch.
Yes.
I gotta say, Michael, you could be huge in the UK.
Do you do
if you just work
voiceover?
on this.
Do you
This
do
accent is great.
voiceover?
Yeah, the accent is perfect.
Do you do voiceover?
Thank you. No, I don't do anything.
Okay, maybe you are the Alexis of the group.
I grew up-
It's just a...
This is my manifesting, okay?
Okay. Let's everyone manifest today. Go.
I am manifesting doing voiceover work and that I get an agent or a manager. I hope an agent or a manager is listening to this podcast and thinks, Michael, he doesn't have an agent or a manager and he has such a great voice. There we go.
Yeah,
Same.
bitch. The manager of the Pizza Hut is gonna call you and say,
Yes.
you want a job?
Do you want
I
to
would
leave
love
the
it.
outgoing voicemail
Well,
for the Pizza
you
Hut?
you are a nepo baby of a cheesemonger, so I could understand why
Yeah.
Pizza Hut would be after you.
Honey,
Do you have
they
anything?
have the cheese stuffed crust.
They, they do,
good.
Michael. They do.
Wait, do you want to manifest anything? You're the only one that hasn't yet.
I hope my dad dies this year.
Oh, me too.
I think he will. He got so constipated now, like he's dying of like shitting too much, which I think is so funny. He got so constipated one day that he went to go poop, but he was in so much pain, he fell off the toilet, and he's 81, so he couldn't get up. So the paramedics had to come get him up off the ground. He's a really bad guy. And it turns out when he passed out from pain, he pooped all over the floor. And I think it's really interesting that it's a psychological issue, which is what he thinks gay is. And so we're both suffering.
And
you
that
know?
and that is what the P stands for today. Passed out pooping from pain.
Passed out pooping from pain.
Yeah, that's the
Exactly.
P.
Exactly.
This is our next question.
Final question.
This is going to be our
probably.
final
Yeah.
question because we do have a heart out. Tim, what's your 4 heart out for?
I don't remember saying that.
Well, Michael's the one that has a meal being prepared.
Yeah, Michael has a meal.
My mother's cooking. Yes, it's 6:07 here.
What is she making? What is she making?
I don't know. She might be making linguine with clams.
Oh, can we go get linguine with clams after this? There's an Olive Garden right next too.
We have to work.
Oh.
Sorry.
Okay, Here we go. This is to Alexis and Darby and Michael and Tyler Henry. This is also from Tyler. So is it from you?
Did you say Tyler Henry?
Michael Henry.
My husband?
Michael Henry. Michael
your
Henry.
husband, Tyler.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry, Tim. You know what? Here
Are
we
you
go.
Drunk? Do you want me to read that?
This is full
Do you want me to read that?
of peach schnapps. Oh, do you want to read it?
Yeah, I would love that.
Here you go.
This phone case is truly diabolical.
I love it.
Oh, we did get some comments on it last week. So it's just it's like a Rubbermaid, and then I can put. So today I can take it off. And then it's got a cute little handle. This is my phone. And then in here I have my sunglasses or my regular glasses. Wait, I don't actually have them. I'm going to edit it in.
This is why she can never pay her bills on time.
Okay, shh. And we need to clean it. We need to clean my glasses.
What?
I'm going to edit that together to make it look normal.
I can't wait to see how you make
So
that.
I have my glasses in there today.
Wow. What a
and I
dream.
figured out that you can turn on the flashlight and it creates like a pink lantern.
Why don't you just hand me the phone part?
Okay, I got to
Why don't you
unlock it.
keep the
I got to
giant-
unlock it.
This part.
You don't like it?
No, I love it. Okay, sorry. I had nothing else to add to that. No, I love it. Okay. Hi, short-time listener, first-time caller, but I'm a big fan. Semicolon used correctly, Tyler. Last year, I decided to go to graduate school, there we go, for a degree in geoscience after taking a few years post-undergrad to just be a working adult. Don't we all love doing that? I was lucky to be awarded a fellowship that paid for all my tuition and gave me a modest living stipend. Okay, so you're bragging. Since going back to school, I felt major imposter syndrome. I feel like the dumbest person in every room I'm in. Oh, is that why you sent it to you? You should have read that.
Just keep reading.
And like everyone else is just more passionate and motivated than me. I always feel like I'm passed over for opportunities to travel, get recognition, and take on more responsibility in my group. As a result of federal attacks on the environment and DEI, a few weeks ago, my fellowship was terminated, revoking my funding for the final year of my master's degree. Because of this and the competitive nature of academia, I feel more lost every day with no chance of succeeding. Jesus, Tyler. I understand the critiques I receive on my research, but I feel like I just don't have the knowledge to address them. How do you carry on when you feel dumb and talentless?
Okay,
we're the perfect people to ask.
Yeah, this is perfect for us.
Dumb and talentless.
How old is he?
I don't know. Hang on, there's another paragraph. This dumb idiot wrote more. Okay.
No.
God.
That's not a read for you, just an observation on what I imagine is a common human sentiment. I fear I've spent too long trying to fit a square peg in a round hole, and there's nothing that I'm both good at and passionate about. How do you stay motivated when nothing goes your way, especially regarding what you dedicate your life to? Should I invest in the delusion that it's everyone else's fault in order to at least get me to the finish line for this degree?
God.
Love you both,
Girl, think
Tyler.
less. Think less.
Think
All right,
less, Tyler.
go ahead.
Yeah,
Tell us
what do
what
we
you
have
think.
for Tyler?
Think less. If you're hung, post pics of your dick on the internet, make money from it.
So important.
Like, who cares about academia? It's 2025. What do you think you're going to do? No one's getting a job that pays well. Be a hung real estate agent.
Be a hung real estate agent.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Tim, your thoughts?
This is the most LA answer ever, but it's just the truth. Baby, you need to read The Secret.
Oh.
The Secret, it will change your life. It truly, I'm not even kidding, it changed my life. Everything that is happening in your life is your fault, unfortunately.
Is that the secret?
Yeah, the
not like
secret
the
is you suck.
Yeah, the fault is in your stars.
The secret is kind of like cult mentality, which is like obviously bad, but you can make it individualistic and like how it works for you. And the idea is basically like the law of attraction is real, and I truly believe that. For years, I thought I just want to make enough money to not wait tables. I just want to make enough money to not wait tables, and all I did was wait tables because that's what I was thinking about all the time.
Thought about.
Yeah. So it's like what you think about is what you do. So if you can try to start slowly but surely changing your mindset, and literally you got to like write it down, like this is what I want, I'm going to go do that. Michael and I both firmly believe in delusion.
Yeah.
We talk about this all the time because as drag queens, we're supposed to have it, but we missed that step when we signed our paperwork, our onboarding.
Yeah, we did.
And so we don't really have it, but a lot of drag
to a degree. I can see what we look like. Like I get it.
But not in that way. But like, you know, in like a Tina Burner is delusional for
they're in New York right now. That's a personal attack.
You didn't let me finish.
No. Tina, she's got an axe. Tina, she didn't mean it.
She's got a knife.
Oh my God.
Just
my God, I'm farting.
In the way
I'm farting.
Okay.
And she's dressed like a fire hydrant, and she's so pissed at you right now. I love
Alexis. Wow.
I do too, honestly.
Wow.
We need more delusion, is what I'm saying.
I say
and
go
so
the
I say
delusional
go for
path.
a delusional, but I don't like the idea of
you only have a year
thinking
left.
It's other people's fault. I do agree it is your fault.
Don't ask Alexis because Alexis quit college after completing 4 years.
The story
but if you're that close to the end,
they told me that musical theater history would count as 2 history credits when I was a freshman.
It doesn't
so
even count
I took
as
a year, and then when I was a senior 4 years later, they said that actually doesn't count. So in addition to, I had like a couple summer credits left. In addition to that, they were like, you're going to need another semester. I said, I don't think my parents are going to help me with that. And then my dad said, well, looks like you're not graduating. He was trying to reverse psychology me. I said, this is fabulous. I don't want to graduate. So I dropped the classes that I was in for that last semester, and I left, and I've never looked back.
And you know
she
what?
throws it in my face.
And you know what, Tyler?
It doesn't matter.
And you know what, Tyler? Look
It's
at
all coming
Alexis. This could be you. If you don't finish your master's degree, that's you.
No, you should finish. You should finish. You should do what
finish.
Michael Henry says and post your poll.
And be delusional.
Yeah.
Be delusional. Walk into that room delusion first. Walk in
Here's the
ready
thing.
to...
I've never had an office job, but I imagine no one knows everything about anything.
No,
or
we're all
anything
making
about
it up.
everything. Everyone's making it up. So just because you don't know everything about... I don't know everything about marine biology, but I just called myself a marine biologist. You know what I mean?
It's Pride Month. It's Pride Month and you're trans. We're not allowed to like question you this
That's
month.
right, bitch.
Fair.
All right. Well, we end every episode with a death story.
And the theme song goes like this. Death equals lady. Death.
Listen, I don't love death. Death is so sad. It's so sad.
Okay.
But I love that we've created this system in our current society and such as where we don't talk about death at all. So I find it so interesting when people do. And I also think sometimes it's funny. Usually what we do is we read a story from a listener who has a funny or devastating death story.
Oh, wait. I'm
What?
so sorry. We did forget a huge part of the...
What?
Before death equals lady.
What?
The central thesis of this entire podcast is what is your most homosexual opinion?
Yeah, we've only done this for a few months. Sorry.
Okay.
We would like to ask you both,
Yeah.
what is your most homosexual opinion?
Mine is really easy and short. My most homosexual opinion is that Cameron Diaz owes us an apology, and she should be ashamed of herself for her portrayal of Miss Hannigan in the Annie reboot from 2012. And the community, it's Pride Month. We are waiting for an apology. You need to apologize to Carol Burnett. And then and I like Cameron Diaz. Beautiful in The Mask.
Yeah.
Great fun in Charlie's Angels. We deserve an apology for that performance. And this is the platform I
That
will.
is a really gay opinion.
Absolutely.
But he's right. That's not even an opinion. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Who was your first Miss Hannigan that you ever saw?
Carol Burnett.
Carol, CB.
Mine was Sally Struthers. No regrets.
Michael Henry.
When did she do it?
She did it in the traveling company of Annie in 1999. It was a couple years before the towers fell. We had no idea what lay ahead.
She actually probably would be a great Miss Hannigan.
She honestly was. She really was.
She's so good in Gilmore Girls, but she does this weird thing with her arm.
What?
She does she makes like a fist turning upward with thumb out. And she's like, hey, Morty.
Oh my God.
Okay, I apologize.
Okay, Michael Henry. What's your most homosexual opinion?
My most homosexual opinion is that Rosie O'Donnell is an amazing actress.
I agree.
I love her. And anything she acts, I grew up on the Rosie O'Donnell talk show. I wish that show ran for eons.
Me too.
Shoot a kush ball up my ass.
Oh,
okay.
I want that jean jacket.
Everything. I just thought that show was so perfect. And I wish that we could do it again with her the way she wants to do it. No network notes, nothing.
Yes.
But she I think she deserves an Emmy for acting or an Oscar or something. I think that she's a great actress.
I completely agree with you. Do you remember how she used to fill on her birthday show? She used to fill the audience with people that had her same birthday.
That's so nice.
My mom and my Uncle Darby have the same exact birthday as her, and I always wanted them to go, and they never did.
Uncle Darby used to have ass cancer.
Yeah.
Anyway, we saw Rosie O'Donnell at the Queer Teas getting her like Lifetime Achievement Queer Tea, which I know she was really looking forward to.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good to see
you. You beat me that year.
Well, that was the year before.
Fuck you.
Okay.
We're really sorry about that.
Wow.
But that's why I'm manifesting we come on your show, then we can win a queer tea together.
Yeah, maybe that's what's missing. Maybe that's what's missing. But she was doing her acceptance speech, and she was talking about how she, even though she has been a lesbian for like a million years, she's learning from her non-binary child. She's still learning and growing, and she wants to thank her non-binary child for teaching her that. And then the rest of the speech, she just misgendered the fuck out of her child.
I know. I remember that.
And it wasn't egregious, though. It was just an act. She'd been calling.
It was so fun. I mean, sorry.
Well, she was saying, I remember she was saying things, and the audience was like, ooh, is she kind of saying the wrong things here? Yeah. And then she was kind of going back and writing it.
But we're not talking about her saying. We're talking about her acting, is what you think she deserves.
She's a great actor.
Awards for.
No, she's a great actor.
She's a great actress.
Make me stop crying. Now
Harriet
and then,
the Spy.
Honey.
Yes.
She's so good at Now and Then.
Oh my God. Now and Then, so good. It was Sister Act for me. I was obsessed with Sister Act. And
Rosie
I spilled
O'Donnell
jelly
was
on my
not
VHS.
in Sister Act.
I was thinking of
talking about.
I was thinking of Whoopi Goldberg.
Whoopi, I was like, wait.
You got Rosie O'Donnell confused with Whoopi Goldberg.
They're both on The View.
All both great Tony Award hosts. Rosie
That's true.
Whoopi.
Yes,
That's
and both
true.
great View co-hosts.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. That's true. And they both
Did she
hate
do a
Elizabeth
movie-
Hasselbeck.
Did she did a movie where she on the cover was dressed in like kind of bondage, like leather gear?
Yeah.
Rosie O'Donnell
Yes,
or
I saw
Whoopi
that
Goldberg?
movie.
Which
Rosie
one?
O'Donnell. Rosie O'Donnell.
Rosie
I remember
O'Donnell.
seeing that
Well,
and feeling so scandalized looking at that cover.
What was she? Why was she? Flintstones?
She was in a movie called like Garden of Eden or something.
Exit to Eden or something.
Exit to Eden.
Yeah, and on the cover she's like all wrapped up in like belts.
Bondage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was at Blockbuster. I rember being like,
Yeah.
Rosie.
I love
I
She had
love this.
koosh ball tassels.
That would be a good burlesque act. Koosh ball tassels.
Oh God, let's bring back burlesque with Rosie O'Donnell.
Okay, I'm sorry I interrupted you.
No, you're fine.
Let's go back to Deep Will Sell.
Listen, we're running long. So instead of that, what I'm going to do is just tell you, because I do have to tell a death story, otherwise people will get upset.
Death equals lady.
Okay, when I do my makeup, my favorite thing to do is watch Bailey Sarian, Murder, Mystery, and Makeup Mondays. And the story today, I don't know if it was her, it doesn't matter. The story I was watching today, I was doing my makeup, was this woman who told everyone she was having a baby, but she didn't actually have a baby. And so she went on a Facebook group where moms like trade baby clothes and shit. It's like, hey, life's expensive. I've got extra baby clothes left over kind of thing.
You can go there, Michael Henry. You can get your baby clothes for all your friends on those. You can go on the boards.
Or you can get a baby. Honestly, because that's
But I'm not going to get a baby like this woman did it because I know this story.
Yes, you do. I love this. I mean, I hate this story. It's so sad. So she created this fake account and she would go in this group, and every time someone would say like, hey, I'm looking for this, she'd go, I have it. Come to my house right now by yourself. And everyone was like, this doesn't feel right. And then finally she got a woman who like already had so many kids, was like the main breadwinner. She was just exhausted.
I remember this.
So
from
she's
my
like,
favorite murder.
come get this shit, come to my house, come by yourself. And she did. And then the woman knocked her out and then drove her somewhere to cut her belly open to take the baby out. Well, her husband saw her, like went to go pick her up and saw the car like driving away and like chased after her, trying to save her. And he didn't.
He didn't save her?
No, she died.
Well, because there's another one where
cut the baby
she
out. Woman cut the baby out.
There's
and the woman
another
died.
one. There's another
Yeah.
one where the woman survived.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a different one.
Oh, so this is a different.
This one was from Daniel Kirsty's YouTube. Anyway, she died, baby lived, but then the husband had to live with the knowledge that like he almost caught up to them. Isn't that horrible?
That would be it for
It's
me.
insane.
I wouldn't want to stay.
Anyway, that was my death story. Thank you everyone so much. I want to thank both of you for being here with us and for making a gay show that's like really funny.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wish You Were
Thank you.
Queer is on OutTV with new episodes every Thursdays. Do you have anything else you'd like to tell us about?
Y'all are doing a lot. Tell us everything.
We're on tour.
We're on tour.
Dallas, Denver, Portland, Oregon. Yeah, come see us.
Yeah, come.
Who put together the tour?
We do it.
We do it together. We cold call venues and like, hey, go on us.
That's what we're doing for our fall thing.
That's what we're gonna watch this space.
You've said that a lot. I think they're
Yes.
watching.
Well,
baby.
do you know Roz?
Yes,
Hernandez.
that's what
Roz
she.
Hernandez?
Yeah, we were just on
I
her
think
podcast.
your
Yes.
episode of her podcast came out the week after ours did.
Well, they've been on it like 19
Oh yeah,
times.
but the most recent one.
Yeah, we love her.
Okay, nice.
We love her too.
We love her too, but Roz and my sense of humor is a little too similar. And so
Our
we've
fans
had her,
thought we were-
We've had her on our show and we've been on her show, and our fans thought that like we hated each other. That,
And
like,
I'm scared to look at the comments.
that Roz and I are
but
constantly
she is a
fighting.
friend of the pod, and we
But
love
I love
her.
that though.
We
I
love
love
her.
making viewers uncomfortable. That's why I
Yeah.
do this.
Has she made y'all look uncomfortable at all today?
Remember when I talked about that woman getting the baby cut out of her belly?
I
wasn't
felt at
listening
home.
to that, to be honest. I was moving rooms.
Okay, you don't need to know. Just know that the woman did
You
not
have a hot
survive.
roommate?
Mm-hmm.
Who's that? What's that about?
Well, he lives here. You're just visiting. Who are you
Yeah,
staying with?
I'm in New York.
You can't say it because they'll hear you.
Yeah.
Hot people have
Yeah.
ears.
Well, you guys let Kevin know I'm not done with him.
No. I'm gonna let him know.
Let him know.
He's not done with you either.
He sent me this long voice message that was really nice, but I'm in a mental health valley, and so I didn't respond. And so like 2 hours later, he sent me a text that said, "Hey, do you want to go to the weed store with me?" I think that was his like way of being like,
Wow.
"Why don't we go get you some medicine?"
He's the sweetest.
so
he just
sweet.
has a tough online presence.
And in person. All right. Well, thank you for
I love
being
living with
here.
him. I love
and texting.
I love living
Thank you
with
so
him.
much
Thank
for
you.
being here.
Thank you
Everyone
guys
go
so
follow, go
much.
watch, and we'll see you later. Bye.
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
Thank
All right.
you.
You have to come back and be in studio someday.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, we would love
We
that.
love that.
I love
This
in
is so
studio.
fun.
When are y'all
Yeah.
back in LA?
Mid-July.
I don't know when I'm back.
fabulous.
Just in time for
Oh,
my
that's
birthday.
not true. I'll be back there the week of August 1st to see Cynthia Erivo at the Hollywood Bowl.
Okay,
Jesus Christ,
now here we
superstar.
go. Another Cynthia.
But I'm only
Erivo.
going to be there for a few days, so would love to come to the pod if you.
Well, we'll
if
come to
you-
the bowl.
Yeah, we'll just you let us know
We
where
can't
Cynthia's
get
set up,
tickets. Yeah.
and we'll come to the
Yes.
bowl with
You
our mics.
you have our number, right?
Oh, we barely spoke.
We know. We believe you. We did not think otherwise. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you so much, Michael.
Well, thank you.
Tell your
You
mom
too.
that we appreciate her offering us food, but we're just too far away.
I will. She'll know. Yeah.
Gail will know. Bye, boys. Thank you.
All right. Love you guys. Thank you.
Opinion. IMHO.